Hello everyone, my name is Brest. Welcome to the Gaming Cereal. We are jumping straight into our monthly news show. Yes, we are recapping the greatest gaming events of the month of March, starting with some notable newsworthy things, and this is, not exactly a game specific news feature, but it's related somehow. The rise of Netflix is upon us, guys. Their series have been much lauded, much praised by fans of the Marvel Universe and other things, etc. But they are doing movies now. They have a couple of movies out, quite a couple of movies out, but this one should be a special one for gaming and anime fans. They are making a Death Note movie. Guys, I've checked out the trailer. Do yourselves a favor, do so. If any of you have watched the anime Death Note, there's a good story there. Really something worth getting into, and the movie looks just as good. The animations of the Shinigami, they haven't shown much footage of it, but it looks to be very well implemented, the whole CGI aspect of it. Also, Destiny 2 leaks are rife on the interwebs. It's going to be revealed on September the 8th, and it's sort of suggested that PS4 users might get to play the beta early, so keep your eyes peeled on that. Mass Effect Andromeda is released earlier this month, but there seems to be a couple of issues with the game, most notably the whole animation problems, also the syncing between voices and the speech animation. It's a bit poorly done, poorly implemented. There's two sides to this. I'm a little bit for and against it. BioWare's told us that they delayed the game, and they did so on the premise that quality would be worked on, quality would be improved, and it's just not the case here. There's some stark comparisons between Mass Effect Andromeda and earlier Mass Effect games, and you see the difference. Earlier Mass Effect games seem smoother. There's a couple of videos where they compare it to The Witcher, and I mean that's a little bit unfair because CD Projekt Red, I don't know, they're a smaller team, a tad more invested. I don't know. Mass Effect is controlled by BioWare, by EA, much larger companies, much wider variety in staff, maybe a little bit less cohesion. So, that's definitely a reason why it's not as good as it could be. And also on another aspect is that when we play Mass Effect, we want to be immersed in the story, we want to be immersed in the gameplay, and these things can lead to a break in immersion. But at the end of the day, I'm playing Mass Effect so that I can travel to distant galaxies and ride around in my vehicle on strange planets. And I mean, they get that right. So let's not punish the game too hard, especially for silly things like that. But the lead designer, Ian Fraser, he wants to give support to the game. He does have concerns with character creation and animation fixes, and he wants to fix it, But I mean, it will take a long time. Probably going to be one of those huge mofo patches. So no guarantees, guys. Next up, we have the Zelda Breath of the Wild review. There's a little bit of controversy about that, with the initial reviews being super high, and the later ones by less acclaimed sources being super low. And I mean, there's a couple of articles on the net saying that the journalists were paid off by Nintendo for these things, and I get that. There's obviously going to be sponsored reviews, but it's never going to be in the majority, guys. Another side to that is that Nintendo has long-time diehard fans. I mean, if you guys recall, Miktar Dracon, the lauded writer for NAG, he was a hard Nintendo fanboy, and anything that came out from Nintendo he almost instantly loved. So there is a strong dedicated following for Nintendo there, but the strange discrepancies between high and low reviews, it brings about a certain question that you have to ask whether you can trust these reviews. But alas, on to the next point. Nintendo Switch has been released this month, and there is a great surprise amongst fans, as it's actually been recorded as the fastest selling console in the States for Nintendo, which is saying quite a bit, because I mean, if you compare it to the Wii sales, this thing is kicking its butt, which is great news for Nintendo, great news for people that are fans of Nintendo titles such as Zelda and Pokemon, etc. To the point where in the States, the console is actually scarce to come by now. Let's hope that Nintendo will see the same experience worldwide. Anyways, next trip, Modern Warfare. So the whole Modern Warfare remastered issue with its DLC. It's been gaining steam, and now with the paid DLC, that's creating quite a controversy amongst people that thought that the game would start with all the maps, and I mean that's not the case. And now with paid supply drops and the whole non-aesthetic weapon changes, the whole variance thing, people bought Modern Warfare Remastered because they wanted to get away from that. So I think that's a huge fan disservice, and you're sort of shooting yourself in the foot, guys, Activision. But I mean, you guys make the decisions. You know, you're steering the game industry in the way that you want to see it. So I mean, if it bites back, hey guys, you didn't hear it here first, but you definitely heard it here. Whatever, enough controversies. So we have the Xbox One Game Pass. Yeah, that's coming now. Well, for those of you that don't know, Xbox is releasing a sort of a Netflix-esque pass for games. And basically you have about 100 titles to choose from, mostly launch titles and older ones. And I mean, you pay about $20, or I think it's $20, so it's a little bit more in South African rands, to play, you know, all the older games that you should have been playing if you adopted the console early.
It's
$10. I mean, $10. Yeah, a couple of issues there. You know, it's limited availability, as not everybody has the infrastructure to have like fully supported online games. I mean, Netflix reception here in South Africa has been well, but not well enough to have this as a game title, as our internet infrastructure is not as strong. But hey, that should be changing soon, eventually. Another issue is that it has a small potential market, seeing as though, you know, subscription services like Netflix hasn't been wholly accepted here in South Africa, despite it gaining steam. They're going to need quite a bit of subscribers to the service if they want to succeed. But at the same time, you know, just with South Africa specifically, you know, when the PS4 launched, you know, the Xbox wasn't out as of yet, and there are people that took to the new console, the PS4, simply because of the lack of Xbox's availability. And now with their new subscription service, it makes the console a much more viable purchase, especially with regards to, you know, the service being as economical as it is. But alas, the game's releasing in April, or rather late March as well. 28th of March, obviously Mr. Alden added the Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5 remix there. For those of you that have not played Kingdom Hearts, please do him a favor and give it a try. Also on the 28th, the Dark Souls 3, The Ringed City, will be coming out for the Xbox One. Yeah, you guys know I love me some Dark Souls, so hopefully we'll be getting that on the PS4. Hopefully we'll be getting it soon as well. On the 30th of March, Titanfall 2 is releasing their expansion slash collection of maps called Colony Reborn. I'm not too sure what that's about, but Titanfall 2 has been gaining much success with its target audience, and check it out, guys. Let me know if you think it's a worthwhile purchase. On the 31st of March, Warhammer 40,000, Warhammer 40k, The Eternal Crusade will be releasing. Not much to say over there, besides, I don't know why you guys would purchase it. On the 4th of April, Persona 5 is coming, guys. Persona 5 has a huge following, and I know there's a couple of subscribers that will be very interested in this title. Also on the 4th, Sniper Ghost Warrior 3 will be coming out. Man, I hope the snipers that are left over in Black Ops 3 are listening and watching this and find a new game to troll people in. But yeah, Sniper Ghost Warrior 3 is coming out. On the 7th of April, Bulletstorm is coming. Well, you know, that's a game from I forget, 2K Gaming? Epic Games. I'm pretty sure it's Epic Games. But yeah, don't quote me on that. They are coming out with a full clip edition. I'm assuming that's all the DLC. Not that there was much. The game didn't really have a stellar story, but the whole implementation of the skill shot system, it was very well done. Added a whole lot of fun and replay value despite it being a very short game. So that's coming on the 7th of April to next-gen consoles. And on the 11th April, Yooka-Laylee is coming. I have no idea what that is, but that's...
spiritual successor to Banjo-Kazooie.
Ah, thank you, Mr. Alden. It's a spiritual successor to Banjo-Kazooie. Whoever liked that should check this out, because Banjo-Kazooie was so fun. It's one of the most funnest thing. No, that's a lie, guys. I didn't play it. I never was interested enough to play it. Yeah, Banjo-Tooie had a bigger following on Nintendo's previous consoles, and they tried to have an outing with Banjo-Kazooie on the Xbox. It didn't garner that much of a following, but whatever. Ukulele, check it out. Let me know. Let me know what you guys think. But anyways, on to the next. The 25th of April will see us releasing Dragon Quest Heroes 2. That's that fighting game based on the Dragon Quest universe. Not much to say about that, but I mean, if you are a long-time fan of Dragon Quest, that might be something that you'd enjoy, just to see your favorite characters in a different setting. Hopefully the gameplay is tweaked and there's a couple of more maps and so on, but not too much there. And lastly, Outlast 2 is coming, guys. Outlast is one of those games that clutches your sphincter and whispers horrible nothings into your ear whilst it does so. Super scary, first-person horror. Great use of the whole atmosphere with your recorder and the infrared view on the camera. Yeah, one of the better first-person horrors. Gave rise to games like Until Dawn, definitely, and that Alien game. What is it? Alien Isolation. Yes, Alien Isolations. They definitely borrow a lot of themes from the original Outlast, and this will be expanded in Outlast 2. Plus, it's super scary, guys. Oh my gosh, it's horrifying. But, alas, that is the end of our monthly news show, guys. Please learn something from this. Hope you enjoyed it. Click that like button and subscribe. My name is Bresty, and peace out.